Does anybody actually want to win this year's World Championship? Anyone? Hello? Hello? And it's go, go, go. Oh no, little Yuki's gone. Safety car, safety car. Ooh, Maxi and Lando. This is going to get spicy. This is going to get bloody hell. Bloody hell. Oh no, they're going for it again. What the hell was that? Oh, referee. Referee. Someone blow the whistle. Oh, it's okay. He's got a 10-second penalty. What? Wait, he's got a 20-second penalty? Well, I must admit, that is a little bit harsh. Still, at least it gives Max plenty of time to change his nappy. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Well, it was quite an eventful Mexico Grand Prix and my special award to start the show has to go to Sergio Perez, who was interviewed at the end and was told, "Do you think this will be your last Mexico Grand Prix?" In which he replied, "No, I will be here next year and fighting for a win." Well, I'm sure Sergio Perez will be there next year, selling tacos out the back of the taco truck with his little hat on and the mariachi band going da 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 da. But joking aside, I have to give props to Sergio for saying that. I don't know if it's going to be true. I do just think he's had the worst luck this year. He really has. But on the performance level, Sergio Perez is definitely going to have to pull it up because unfortunately it is hurting Red Bull now because he is not being the number 2 that he needs to be, and it's going to be a huge problem for his and Red Bull's future. So we'll see how that develops. Anyway, so the race got underway. Yuki, in a very short amount of time, was out of the race. You saw his tyre, the actual carcass of the tyre flying off into the distance, and then the safety car came out and the race was once again go, 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 and that's when some little spicy bit of action started, yes, between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. I think Max now is definitely channeling his inner Schumacher, yes, definitely, because that was just crazy. The first move was bad enough, the second one was just absolutely, I don't know. I've got no words for it. He plain and simply drove Lando Norris straight off the circuit. Yes. I think in regards to Max, there is some frustration now sort of starting to creep in. And I can understand why. This has been a very long season. It's not over yet. Even I'm tired and all I'm doing is just sitting there talking into a microphone. But yes, it is a very long season. And I think Max just wants it to be over. This little mini season that we got going on now is just too much. They should have ended it weeks ago and it should have been the end of it. But no, we've got this stupid situation where we got 3 back-to-back races, then 1 break, and another 3 back-to-back races before the end of the season. I mean, it's just stupid. You can see everybody is knackered. This has been the longest season, I think, of any season so far, 24 races, and everyone is just absolutely knackered. They just want rid of it, and Max Verstappen is just going for stupid moves now, and the moaning from Max, he's starting to get into definite Lewis Hamilton territory. I mean, last week it was the hard tyres, they weren't working. The hard tyre. This week it was the battery, which apparently wasn't being a battery. No, it was just not working properly. What the hell am I doing in this stupid battery mode, he said over the radio. So yeah, it's very, very strange. But at the end of the day, Max once again threw his toys out of the pram. And proved, like a lot of great racing drivers, that once you start to get actually raced and you're not actually right at the front of the field with no one behind you, you really can't hack it. You just really, and that is exactly what happened with Max Verstappen during that race. He was being raced by other cars and he was just hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. Now, 20-second penalty, I think, to be honest, was a little bit harsh. 20 seconds was a little bit too much. But don't forget, of course, he still managed to pull the car up into 6th place in the end. Lando Norris got 2nd position, yes. So the points now are little tiny bit tighter with 362 for Maxi Boy and 315 now for Lando Norris. Yes, Don't get your hopes up, British fans. Don't get your hopes up. He's still going to win it. He's still going to win it. But, you know, it's a little bit closer now, a little bit closer. But I have to say, congratulations to the smooth operator. Carlos Sainz won the race. Absolutely dominant performance. And quite frankly, showing everyone why he shouldn't have gone to Williams, because he should have stayed at Ferrari. He really should have done. Unfortunately, he can't because he's been replaced by Lewis Hamilton. Yes. But Lewis Hamilton's going to do nothing in that car. It's a shame. It's a big shame. I've said before, I think in a couple of years, he'll be back in a more competitive car. I don't think the Williams dream is going to quite come to fruition. So anyway, that was it. Basically, Max Verstappen got 20 seconds of penalties. His race engineer did come over the radio to Max and say there was a lot of moaning. I presume he was talking about the McLaren Mercedes and Lando Norris when he was saying that statement. So yeah, but he got 20 seconds, and I do believe that was a little bit too much. I think 10 seconds would have been appropriate, because the first incident, I'm not quite sure. The second one was blatant. That was absolutely blatant. But the first one, it was a little bit 50-50. So I'd have given 10 seconds for the whole situation. So 20 seconds was, I think, to be honest, the stewarding on all these races is pathetic, because different stewards do every single race. It's not a set team of stewards doing the whole season. So inconsistencies develop every single race. And I just think for this race, they were trying to make a point that, you know, I sort of started to get Michael Massey vibes from the stewards this weekend. They were trying to definitely make a point and say, no, look, we know how to do our jobs. And we've done it. Look, 20 seconds for Maxi Boy Verstappen. I mean, it can't get much worse than that, can it? To be honest, it really can't. But anyway, he survived into 6th place. He got some points. Lando Norris, unfortunately, could not beat the unstoppable, the behemoth, I don't know what, I've run out of expletives to explain good old Carlos Sainz. Hasn't been seen very much, has he? But this race, he was definitely on the ball. He's now in 5th place with that 25 points on 240 now. So yes, he's in 5th position in the World Championship, ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who I have to say had a bloody good battle with his own teammate, George at the Russell. Watch out for that tree. Yes. And well done to Lulu. He's currently in 6th place with 189 points. Unfortunately, now I would say discounted from winning the championship because he's too far behind. Outside chance, Carlos Sainz, possibly. Oscar's pastry, yeah. Fair to middling race he had. 251 points. He's in 4th place, but I think he's got to be an outside contender for the championship now. So it's between the behemoths themselves. Charlie Boy Leclerc in 3rd place with 291. Outside, you have to say, very outside, but he could do it. I have to say, I don't think he will. But anyway, it's between Lando Norris now and Maxi Boy Verstappen. But we all know who's going to win the championship. It's pretty obvious. Unless Max absolutely throws all his toys out the pram in these next, 4 races left of the season. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, Max was just ridiculous. He really was. It just reminded me of Michael Schumacher. You know, he really did. Like the move that he did on Damon Hill at the end of the 94 season, the move, of course, he did at the end of the 97 season against Jacques Villeneuve. None of those moves worked, and that second move from Max Verstappen just didn't work at all. And I have no idea. He was just absolutely determined that Lando Norris was not going to be in front of him. Yes, which is very childish behaviour, has to be said. Very childish indeed. So, yeah, Max Verstappen, very poor racecraft, has to be said. Very poor racecraft in that race. And not good for the rest of the championship going forward into these final rounds. I just feel that there's going to be a really bad collision between Max and Lando at this point in these last 4 rounds if they don't sort of, get their act together. If Lando isn't near Max, it'll be okay. But it's just ridiculous. Even Lando was saying, this bloke's crazy. He's crazy, absolutely crazy. He's going to have me off in a minute. He's going to have me off, he said. And he was right, and he did. And I was just shouting at the screen after that second incident, saying, come on. You've got to do something about this. That's just ridiculous. I don't mind hard racing. I don't mind hard, charging as well. No problem with that whatsoever. Some of the greatest drivers in Formula One were very hard racers. Senna was an absolute behemoth, a beast, but he got the job done. In certain respects, you have to say the same of Michael Schumacher as well. He was exactly the same as that. He did, make quite a few errors against his better judgment, I would say, but he was still, the championships were there. And but this is just stupidity squared from Maxi Boy Verstappen. I don't know. I don't know what's even going on in his head right now. As I say, I just think he wants to get this season over. I think he wants to get the season and the championship over by being, enough points ahead, so he can actually relax for these final sort of whatever it will be, 2 or 3 rounds. But I don't think that's going to happen, Max. I really don't think that's going to happen, and I think you're going to get pushed all the way to the finish, which is going to be great. Going to be great because, at the start of the season, Max was absolutely unbeatable in that Red Bull. Absolutely unbeatable. He was just simply lovely. He really was. And I was expecting a really boring 2024 season, but it hasn't turned out to be that way because the rest of the field has caught up, and Red Bull has been caught up in a lot of problems. Lots of problems, internally, externally, just everything has caught up with them. And that's given the opposition a chance to catch up. And it's great. It's great to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see racing. I want to see racing. I don't want to see dominance. I know dominance is a thing. Has to be in Formula One. But I don't like it. I don't think anyone watching likes it either. I like to see different winners winning every week. I'll tell you what, this season we have had lots of different winners, haven't we? Blimey. How many different people have won? It's been a lot. I can't even begin to remember. But lots of people have won in 2024. It has not been the Max Verstappen whitewash that was the start of the season. So there you go. That was my quick review, 11 minutes long, of the Mexico Grand Prix. Unfortunately, just looking at the running all down the field here, Fernando Alonso, unfortunately, he had to retire the car, didn't he? And some points, I think we got. Yeah, Kevin Magnussen got some points, didn't he, in the Haas car? Well done to K-Mag. Who else did we have? We had the Kick Sauber's Ferraris. I never even saw them during the highlights. No, never even saw them during the highlights. So there you go. That's pretty much it. So there you go. I'd just like to say a personal thank you message to Channel 4 in the UK for having the whole of the highlights coverage with Ariana Bravo. Thank you very much. That certainly made me watch the whole of the qualifying and the race as well. Yes, thank you very much. You've made an old man very, very happy. Very, very happy indeed. So thank you to Channel 4. And can she come back on next week, please? Thank you very much. Anyway, before I get taken off YouTube, that's it. So it was a race that there's not a lot you can say apart from congratulations to the smooth operator himself, Mr. Carlos Sainz, and commiserations. The dummy of the week has to go to Max Verstappen, who definitely threw his dummy straight out the pram. And just unnecessary. Lando Norris, I was hoping that he was going to catch Carlos, but it was a little bit too way off. And so there you go. Thanks so much for watching. As always, let me know in the comments what you thought. Do you think that, you may think, there may be someone out there who thinks that Max Verstappen was totally fine and within his rights. If you think that, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear you if you've got that opinion that you think Max did nothing wrong. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, but please feel free to post. I always say, I never delete anyone's comments unless someone's personally attacking me. Then obviously I will do. But if you've got an opinion of that, then put it in there, because You know, that's what it's all about. Debates and discussions and whatever. That's what we do on this channel, yes. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. That's been the Mexico Grand Prix. I think we got one more, haven't we? One more before we take a 1 week break. Yes. So, yes, I will be back for that in 1 week's time. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. And I'll catch you in the next video.